family, my mother, brother, sisters, my father, and me.
Good day, viewer. Welcome to Family Matters program Healthy Home on Poly TV, Ilaro. I am Godwin Oko.
I am Boluwatife Adeyomoye. Healthy Home is designed to educate viewers on financial literacy, and our guest on today's program would be enlightening us and shedding more light on the importance of financial literacy. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Family, my mother, brother, sisters, my father, and me.
Welcome back from that short break. This program is a discussion program where we enlighten viewers on common challenges affecting families in our homes. Our guest for today is a clergyman, Pastor Oluwaseun Jonathan. Welcome to the program, Pastor Oluwaseun.
Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
And today we'll be discussing financial planning in marriages. Pastor Oluwaseun Jonathan, what does financial planning mean to you?
Financial planning, more so in marriages, means an area where there is an appropriate preparation on the expenditure and income to be managed by both couples in the home.
All right, thank you very much, Pastor Oluwaseun Jonathan. So now to my question, sir. How can couples effectively create a joint budget that reflects both partners' needs and goals while also allowing for individual financial autonomy?
Couples preparing a budget first start with what are the plans before marriage. That is them knowing what are the sources of income, knowing what are those things, loan that are on ground, debts to be cleared, and some other things. So couples has to come together in agreement. Communication is a key in them coming together to ensure that there is effectiveness. When they plan ahead, as they are to go into marriage, it helps them to manage by putting things in shape. And also, when they come together, they know their sources, what they are earning, what they are to spend, and we give them the liberation to plan on it. And then it gives them also, the planning will also give them the guarantee of this is what we are expecting by the end of the month in our expenditure, and then so that they don't overspend, and in order for them not to run into financial crisis in the home.
Thank you very much, sir, for that great insight. I'm sure our viewers are learning one or two from what our guest just said. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Family, my mother, brother, sisters, my father, and me.
Welcome back from that short break. So back to our guest for today, Pastor Oluwaseun Jonathan. My next question is this: how important is it for couples to have open and honest communication about debt? And what impact can hidden debt have on marriages?
Just like I mentioned earlier, communication in marriage is key. And then when there is communication and in marriage, it helps. So if couples are not open with their financial income, or they don't open up to what they have, it brings distrust. And then the trust that might particularly have been on ground will be lost, either from the husband or from the wife. So it is important that there is an open explanation of what and what, not hiding anything from each other of what the income is, which is going to stand as a benchmark to help them in making sure that they don't run into debt. And then per venture there is a debt that is occurring, then it means either partner that is running into this debt, how to come out open, so that they can financially come together and know ways to tackle, so that this doesn't bring crisis to whatever budget they might have originally on ground.
All right, thank you very much, Pastor Jonathan. Now, this moves me to my question, sir. How can families plan for unexpected financial challenges such as job loss or medical emergencies? And what role does an emergency fund play in this planning, sir?
Planning for unexpected challenges rising in the home. One thing is planning before marriage happens, like having to know these are our target, our housing, groceries, transportation, health savings too has to be in shape. So when there is savings, we don't spend all that we earn. So when there is savings on ground, even as regard coming into marriage, there is a need to plan ahead of retirement. So when there is planning ahead of all of these things, it helps to manage what income. So if peradventure there is there is an area where there is a job loss, as mentioned, emergency health issues, then the savings that is on ground, the savings has to do with what am I earning, what is she earning, so what is our spending. We now calculate by percentage of what the total earning is. Okay, we have to save 20% for my own earning as the husband. My wife is to save another 20% or 10% for my own earning. So regularly, monthly, there is this savings. And apart from that savings, there is an emergency savings too in marriage. So when issues arises as regarding these challenges, then we can actually come into the savings and the emergency fund that is also a savings too, different from the retirement or any need that might arise savings, that we can come together and join this. And apart from that, there is also a need to for family to know that there is a need for multiple income sources in the marriage, so that this will help. It's not just this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. There we have to exercise the need to acquire some other additional skills to help with the challenges that might happen. We all know what the nation is saying now, and then knowing what the nation is saying now, there is a need to actually ensure that sources are enough to manage. They might not be enough, but they can tackle the immediate needs of the family. So in this case, it will help us to be able to achieve success peradventure when challenges of emergencies happen in the family.
All right, thank you very much, Pastor Jonathan. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Family, my mother, brother, sisters, my father, and me.
Welcome back from that short break. Still on today's topic, financial planning. Mr. Oluwaseun Jonathan. So my next question is this. What are the advantages and disadvantages of running joint accounts, for couples running joint accounts? And how can couples decide which approach works for them?
In a family, the advantage running joint account running has to do with the parties that involved. There has to be an agreement. If there is an agreement between the couples to run it, fine. But nevertheless, whether there is a running joint account or individual account, what is most essential is there must be transparency. When there is transparency, so joint accounts can stand as a challenge for some family, that possibly the wife is earning much more than the husband, and then she will feel like before she can spend, then there is a need to consult this, which is also an advantage. It helps to manage, that you don't just dip your hands into your income and then you spend. You have to reach an agreement. But not all families, not all individuals can be able to curtail or to accept, to manage this pressure that joint account is coming with. But nevertheless, when it happens individually, The advice I would just give is let there be communication, adequate communication with transparency. So when this is available, then every other thing that may arise around financial stability in the marriage will be managed.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for coming on today's program.
Thank you.
I'm very sure our viewers have learned one or two from what our guest has said on financial planning, and we know how to handle this in our families and our home at large. I am Bolu Atife Adeyomoye.
I am Godwin Oko. See you on our next program. Bye for now.
Family, my mother, brother, sisters, my father, and me.